How much sugar can you have on keto diet? The keto diet is one of the best ways to lose weight, burn fat, and still enjoy what you eat. It's a low-carb, moderate-protein, high-fat diet that allows you to eat red meat, bacon, heavy cream, nuts, and many other foods that most other diets ban. However, for the keto diet to work its magic, you need to become a carb detective so you can avoid the one food group that could sabotage your progress. Spotting carbs is easy enough, just read your food labels. But what about sugar? How much sugar can you have on keto? Sugar is a simple carbohydrate, which means, like carbs, eating too much will kick you out of ketosis and put the brakes on fat loss. Because of this, you need to develop a sixth sense for sugar and avoid it whenever you can. Does that mean you can't eat any sugar? Absolutely not. But you do need to make sure you limit your intake. Sugar and keto do not mix well. By the way, if you want to lose weight without dieting or exercise and keep keto flu at bay, you can try the Ultimate Ketogenic Bundle. Check out the link at the description to know more about it. Sugar is everywhere. Sugar used to be a rare and valuable commodity. Like exotic spices, gold, and diamonds, it was hard to obtain, costly, and transported and traded all around the world. Fast forward to the 21st century and sugar is everywhere. Food manufacturers quickly came to realize that people love sugar and adding it to their products had a very positive impact on sales. You'll find sugar in almost all processed foods, even those that don't taste sweet. From ketchup to soup to canned beans to potatoes chips, adding sugar to your food makes you crave more. The more you crave, the more you eat, and the more you eat, the more money food manufacturers make. Sneaky, right? Thankfully, with a few weeks of limiting sugar on keto, your cravings will start to disappear. However, if you've been carrying a sugar monkey around on your back for a long time, you will probably go through a period of withdrawal. Sugar cravings are a common obstacle for keto dieters. Why is quitting sugar so hard? It's often said that sugar is addictive and, given how powerful those sugar cravings can be, it's hard to argue with this opinion. Sugar all but encourages you to overeat, and it can be a hard habit to break. People are only half joking when they say sugar is as addictive as heroin. Sugar appeals to not just our sense of taste but also receptors buried deep in our brains. On some level, humans recognize sugar as being something worth seeking out. We are hardwired to appreciate and crave sugar. Sweet foods, such as fruit and honey, are excellent sources of energy, and naturally sweet-tasting foods are often safer and healthier than unsweetened or bitter foods. Sweetness is a good indicator that fruit is ripe enough to eat. Unripe fruit can make you ill. Sweet-tasting food helped your hunter-gatherer ancestors avoid eating things that may have harmed them. They also knew that sugar would give them a quick burst of energy, just what they needed during a hunt. Sugar not only affects your body, it affects your brain too. Sugar triggers the release of dopamine, one of the feel-good hormones. This is the same substance that is produced by addictive narcotics like cocaine and heroin. Our bodies reward us when we eat sugar by making us feel happy and relaxed. This is why sugar is so addictive, and why we crave sugar, especially during times of unhappiness or stress. It's no coincidence that most so-called comfort foods are high in sugar. Sugar cravings on keto. For your keto diet to be successful, you need to keep your carb intake to 50 grams or less per day. This will put you into ketosis, which turns your fat-burning thermostat up to the max. As sugar is a carb, that means you need to limit your sugar intake too. While following the keto diet, sugar should be avoided. Unfortunately, eating less sugar can produce some unpleasant cravings, especially if you are used to eating a lot of sugar. Craving sugar on keto is very common, especially during the first few days as your body makes the shift to full ketosis. In some instances, these cravings can be bad enough to make you quit your diet. Of course, if you do that, you will never get the results you want. Some people have enough willpower to shrug off sugar cravings, but a lot of people end up dreaming about sugar and thinking about it all the time. This is hardly surprising when you consider just how many foods contain sugar. From breakfast cereal to soda to desserts, when you go keto and quit sugar, you are going to have to give up all these foods. Like giving up any addictive substance, your body wants what it cannot have. This is human nature. Try this, don't think about elephants. What are you thinking about? It's a safe bet that it's big, grey, and has a trunk. Giving up sugar on keto is the same, you can't help but think about and crave sugar, even if you didn't want it before. The moment you decide to eliminate sugar from your diet, you'll start to want it more. The good news is that there are lots of things you can do to turn down the volume on your sugar cravings, making them much easier to ignore. How to avoid sugar cravings before you start keto. On the keto diet, sugar cravings are common, but not everyone gets them, and the severity can vary from person to person. If you didn't eat a lot of sugar before you started your keto diet, you probably won't miss it as much as someone who is used to eating a lot of sugar. However, if you're already something of a sugar addict, your cravings will be much worse. Avoid this problem by weaning yourself off sugar before you go full keto. Think of this as going warm turkey instead of going full cold turkey from the get-go. This gradual withdrawal will help you get used to a lower sugar diet so that, when you start your keto diet, sugar cravings will be much less powerful. Start reducing your sugar intake a week or two before you intend to start your keto diet. This should be long enough for your body to get used to the idea of eating less sugar. Limit your consumption of foods that contain a lot of sugar, such as breakfast cereals, baked goods, candy, and soda. Make a note of how much sugar you eat, and make sure you eat a little less day by day. Use a food tracking app to make this easier. What to eat on keto to prevent sugar cravings? Your body mainly uses sugar for energy. If you are craving sugar, and it's not just your sugar addiction talking, you may be running low on energy. On a very low-carb keto diet, your body has no carbs or sugar for energy and uses fat instead. However, your brain and muscles cannot directly use fat for energy, so it has to convert fat into ketones, an energy source it can handle. Turning fat into ketones uses a lot of energy. This energy inefficiency means your body uses more fat than usual, and you lose weight faster. The keto diet is a high-fat diet. 70% or more of your calorie intake must come from dietary fat. A lot of keto dieters are nervous about eating so much fat, but it's essential for keto dieting success. Low-fat keto diets do not work. Eating too little fat means you may have less energy, and low levels of energy can trigger sugar cravings. Eating enough fat will ensure you have all the energy you need and should have fewer sugar cravings as a result. Good sources to diet-friendly fats that can help you stop craving sugar on keto include avocados, olive oil, nuts and nut butter, chia seeds and flax seeds, butter, coconut oil, heavy whipping cream, beef lard and dripping, duck and goose fat, ghee.